The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Missy K Show. Missy K Show. Missy K Show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go.
Hello, welcome to the Missy K's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, Missy K. How y'all doing?
Good. I'm here.
Right?
All right.
We are all here. Yes. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes.
So we got a firecracker show for you guys today.
Yes,
we got the actors. So we're going to have a little drama.
Right.
We're going to have some drama.
I'm ready to bring it. Are you?
You bringing the drama?
I'm going to bring it, baby.
I am drama.
Okay, then we're going to get along real well.
I'm drama with no filter.
Oh, right.
Really?
So over here, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Boo.
Whatever. Miss Lady D's. What's up? And over here, we got Miss Lala Young.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Yes.
And over here, we have actor turned producer. Well, Andrews, y'all give it up for my boy. We're about to set it off up in here tonight, y'all. So Lala Young, what's on everyone's lips?
Yes. Jill Scott lips.
Jill Scott got lips.
She was all up on her. She was grabbing it and
She was
That's
the
what she was
epitome
doing.
of loose lips.
Yes, she was on it, working it, making
was
that
she
head
working?
movement. The mic
Yeah.
at one of her concerts. It was so nice. I
It
was like, go ahead,
was.
girl, do your thing. That's not the
It
first
was
time
like-
she's done it, though.
It was like Eggplant 101.
Yes. There's memes. Everybody's talking about it. Some says, why is she doing it? Some say, take notes.
Exactly.
Let's go.
I
Please
say
your
take
man.
notes.
I'm
Please
sure you
your
do.
man.
I'm
Yes.
sure.
She was flawless.
She was.
I was
so
very
good.
Let's
proud
not
of
get
my
started,
girl.
okay?
so
I'm
good.
sure you were.
She gives a phenomenal concert. If you guys
Right.
have ever seen her in concert, she is so good. So she just add a little spice to it this time.
Have you seen her in concert before?
No, but I'm after that lovely demonstration, I'm gonna have to,
Yes.
get my tickets.
Right, you should. And
She
I have
goes
seen
all
her
the
in
way.
concert before.
I've seen her, but she didn't do all of that.
Well, she didn't go quite that far, but she goes there.
Yeah, she does.
She tiptoes
She
a little
does.
bit.
She does.
Very,
Yeah.
very verbal.
I love her.
I'm sure you do.
Yes.
Take notes, write it down, get a notebook.
You're
yes.
nasty.
Yes, I am.
Jill Scott 101, all right?
Hello.
I'm enrolling. Enrolling.
Take notes.
I can say this from the reaction. Men are not being taken care of the way that they need to be taken care of. That's all I got to say. Take care of
Yes.
your man. It's okay. It's normal. It's normal.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Don't look at me.
Okay, sorry.
Natural.
Moving along, we have another shooting in it's Midlothian County, where there was a gunman who walked into this establishment and shot a couple of people. Actually, shot a couple of people, and the security guard that was there actually got him, tackled him down. But when I guess there were cops that were called, the cops, what they say per the investigation was they told him to put the gun down or stand down, and he didn't, and they shot him, the security guard. They
Right.
shot the security guard. The thing is, they said there was no proof that he had anything resemblance or saying security guard, but the witnesses said, yes, he did. The hat that he had on said security, and I also read that on the back of his jacket, he had something that said security. But at the same time, if you are on top of someone and you get a call that someone is shooting, why are you shooting a person that's on top of the guy instead of the person that was underneath? There's just
Okay,
so many
but they
different
said
things.
he was armed? Was he on top of him, or did he have the gun?
The gun was
out?
on his. It was. I believe it was on his side. I don't think he had the gun out. He had him pinned down. How can you have a gun in your hand if you had him pinned down? But what it was, he shot him, and shot him in his side, and he died. So, yeah, very. You know, it's another one. This situation was kind of different because you don't know. You have a guy that's out there shooting, and he shot a couple of people.
Right.
You don't know who's on top of who. You just don't know. So at that in that particular situation, what would you do?
Right.
Do you just shoot in the air? Do you shoot in the leg? What do you do? So situation like that, what would you do? Doris, if you were the cop and you went to
I'm
a
sure there was
situation
more
like
than
that.
one of their jackasses that showed up, okay? One could have fired a warning shot while the other one's waiting to shoot his ask me no question if he did not give in.
Right.
It's just some of these killings are just so freaking unnecessary.
Definitely.
We got so many punk ass cops. I'm sorry, but I'm just sick of it. It's like, what are we training? I mean, what are they training these people?
I agree. However,
Whatever.
No, I'm saying you guys know I play devil's advocate. Devil's advocate,
right?
And this is Chicago. This is an area in Chicago, number one. So we already know the record in Chicago, number one. So you can almost tell the mental mind state of officers that are responding to shootings where there's they're literally going into an active scene where there's where people are actually down. Okay, you can have a look at me all you want.
I know.
I don't care. I'm just saying we weren't there.
You see that water rolling down my back?
Whatever. I'm just saying we weren't there. Right. And so it is one of those touchy situations. They were saying that the witnesses that were there were saying, no, he's a hero. Like he actually, stopped the guy from killing more people, and it's hard to tell that when you are coming into an active scene, you see a gun, as a police officer. Because, there's been so many church shootings, so many bar shootings as this was. It was a bar. Exactly. It wasn't like it was, just any place. It was a club. It was a bar. Right. So it's hard. It's hard. I can pray for them. And I can say that, I sympathize for the family, and I just say, get the video footage. Right. And, the police department was saying that they were very hurt that, it happened. That it did, and, that they just have to investigate the situation. And I understand.
She like, no, this is just not, no. How do you feel about it? What you have done in the situation? I know sometimes you have to actually be there to just react to something, and even when you think you know what to do, when you're presented with certain situations, you don't know until you're.
It's just happening there too often to remain objective.
Did y'all let the man answer the question? I'm just sorry.
Well, she's right. She's right. It's happening too frequently. It's happening too frequently, and we can sit here and talk about it until we're blue in the face, but until we actually take action and hold these people accountable for what's going on, these occurrences are still going to happen. Right. Definitely. So how many more people have to die for us to actually recognize what it is that's going on? Because these, police stations, these officers, they're finding ways to cover up their tracks. Right. And we need to call them out on their BS.
Right. I agree.
Being a black man, in the streets, we're always looking over our shoulders, not knowing what's going to happen to us next. If we can walk down the street or we can go here or there in which neighborhood, whether, it's unnecessary. And the thing is, we shouldn't even be at this point because we allowed stuff to happen for so long that these are the consequences that are happening when we don't take action, we don't allow our voices to be heard, and we don't hold these people accountable for their actions. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what else I can do, but to be a voice and to, like I said, just be mindful of what's going on. Right. Keep your ear to the tube and see what's going on. Don't just don't just make it seem as if it's just
make it a normalcy.
Exactly, a normalcy. It's happening. Well, it's not happening to me. Well, then it doesn't affect me. No, it affects all of us. People of color.
That's why so many situations are really out of control now. And I have 2 boys. Yes. And I know one of my boys is hard-headed as hell. I would hate for him to be put in that situation. No, I'm serious. So I totally understand.
even if you're not hard-headed, just being in a certain situation, just walking around with your friends, and they could have been a hard head, and you get the innocent ones are always the ones that are getting taken out. So it's just.
Kevin Williams says, "How is it that the white guy who shot all those people is still alive?"
Which one?
Which one? We're talking about this incident right here.
Yeah,
I agree.
They haven't even pressed charges on that guy.
There's been many incidents where these, Caucasian men do some mass shootings, and it's like you guys wound him or try to seduce. If it was a black man, it's you just dead. That's it. You're going down. I understand.
I know a lot of the shootings, though. Some of the guys, Caucasian men, are killing themselves after they go out.
Yeah.
And then they want to say, okay, it's mental illness. How many times are you going to blame mental illness on it?
Right.
Well, a lot of it is.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately, a lot of it is.
And you don't really get answers because
you have these guys from the military coming back here with no treatment. I mean, a lot of it is.
That too.
Right.
Well,
it's just unfortunate.
I read something where we have young kids that are in like the inner cities and go through just as much and have seen just as much, but they're not the ones that's doing these mass shootings. It's just Caucasian men that I see. So how many times are you going to keep saying it's mental illness? And I think
just
some
as
of
much.
us,
I think you can't compare what they see on the streets to what they see in war. There's no comparison.
What was that? What was that? 100? What was that?
Pick another one.
What was that situation they did last year? Like 100 dead or something like that?
Not all of them have been in the military that do these shootings.
No, I didn't say all of them, but a good number of them have been.
Okay, so you saying it's mental illness. You want to put it on
a good number of them is because of mental illness.
Okay.
No. That too. Yeah. Some is mental illness, but at the same time, we have to look at the situation. It's how people are raised too. We have to take the parents and people that have raised these people to do what it is that they do into into accountability as well. With these mass shootings, especially in schools with children being killed every day, and the fact that speaking as someone who have seen this in the news constantly, we have to let them take responsibility for that too. We can't just always name it about mental illness. Yes, mental illness does take into consideration as well, but you got to look at their home life and what they've been taught, and the hatred people have been taught. Especially we're dealing with that now with racial profiling going on and discrimination and people saying that racism still doesn't exist. No, it still exists. It still exists. It's just in different forms and fashions.
Right.
Some people want to tune a blind eye to it, but it's still there. But especially with these shootings that are happening, we can't just blame it on mental illness. It's a mentality that people are being taught at an early age, and people are watching from their experiences, and they're thinking like, okay, then if someone else can do it or get away with it, and so can I.
Right.
So Pepper Bailey says it's mentally ill people with a lot of hatred inside.
Right.
Combination of multiple things.
It's a combination.
It's crazy. So I'm gonna move along to our question of the day by starting off. I think we've all had situations when we're dating a particular person or a number of people. We always seem like we just maybe can't get it right. But even with myself, never, as a black woman, have I ever said, "Oh, because men are a certain way, then maybe I need to go to a different race." And I hear it a lot. At first, I used to hear men say, "Oh, women are too hard. Black women are this. Black women are that. So that's why I'm going to another race."
Okay.
Now I'm really starting to hear it from women.
Okay.
A lot. Oh, I'm gonna go over here, and I think when you get to the point to where you have to say, "I need to go to another race," then I think you need to start checking yourself and what's going on with you. So the question is, why? What is your first thought when you hear black women or black men resort to going when they want to stop dating within their own race? What is your first thought when you hear a woman or man say that? Black woman or man say that?
No, for me it depends on in which context do they say it. Is it because they're trashing a whole race of black women, or is it because that's just their preference? Sometimes people develop a preference because of who they're raised around, who they spend the most time around.
Okay.
If that's what you are attracted to because that's what you're used to, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
But I have a problem when people want to trash the whole black race of women, I got an issue with that. Because you don't have to do that to get what you like.
Right.
Go on and do you, boo.
Right.
But don't tell me that all of us are ghetto and all of us are ignorant, all of us are hard and raggedy.
Right.
That's not true.
Nope.
Just like it's not true for men.
Right.
Like well, black women do it too.
Yeah.
We trash the men, you know, and so now somebody else gets a turn.
What do you think?
You have your male perspective here.
Male perspective.
Well, I had this conversation with my best friend who's actually in this studio today. Hey, B. I recently, I've been dating, within my race, all my life. Mm-hmm. And for me, I got to that point where for me, I was thinking, maybe I should try something new. Mm-hmm. I had a really bad breakup recently and I was like, let me switch things up. But at the same time, I had to realize it's not the race of people. It's the experiences you've had with those specific people. Right. You can't generalize a whole entire group based off of the experiences that you have.
You made bad choices.
Exactly. You just need to be very choosy about the next person you deal with in that instance. So whether it's black women trashing black men about the relationships that they've gone through and traumas and whatever it is, or vice versa, you have to distinguish: is it the choice of person that you make, or is it the fact that you are making it about an entire group? It's just making that whole distinction, and I don't think a lot of people do that when it comes to dating. Like I say, what if it's dating is like 31 flavors? I'm going to try every single flavor in the shop until I find something that works for me.
Right.
And, whether it's within my race or not, I'm not going to say, well, I've had bad experiences with black women or bad experiences with black men, whatever. I'm going to try things are better on the other side. No, it's probably going to be worse because you're going to deal with so many other issues, especially now within our community. We see a lot more interracial dating going on. Right. We see in the media and, being an actor, everything I see on television, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, this is really happening. I haven't seen this in a while. Yeah. But the thing is, we're going in a different age where I think from the statistics, they say in the next few years, a majority of the population will be biracial. Right. So at the same time, it doesn't mean that, just because you have a certain preference or you've had an experience where you've dated outside your race that, you just never know who you're going to mix with. Right. You just got to stay open.
Right. I think I would have an issue if, like, my friend, dated all of these black people and then they get all this money and now they're popular and all this stuff and now all they want to date is white women. Right. Like, now black women are trash because you got money. Okay, where were the black women when you were broke and we had to sit there and take care of your black self? And now you want to go to the other side. Yeah, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have to read you up and down and out. Yeah, we might not be friends anymore.
But you know what? Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing right quick.
What you want to say?
Sisters.
Sister.
If every relationship that you're in, there's something wrong with it, there's a common denominator.
Definitely.
That's what Lala said.
That's
Definitely.
you. Mm-hmm. You need to step back and you need to check on you. Yep. And get you in order because everybody is not wrong.
Right.
Especially when you've only been in California. We got how many states out there? How many different men that are out there?
Come on, man.
When you're dealing with the same circle all the time thinking you're going to get a different outcome, there's a problem.
You're the problem. Yeah. In most cases.
Let's move on.
Okay, this your girl Lala. You can catch me on Missy K. Loose Slip Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We also have a fabulous group where doors get down and dirty and nasty.
Oh, put her on blast.
She's exaggerating.
Beautiful lady.
You're going to pay for that one.
Kissable nice. So you got the 50. We up next.
You're going to get it.
We'll be back.
You did not just do that.
Trying to become a mortgage loan originator? Worried you won't pass the NMLS exam? There is a reason why nearly 40% fail the exam their first time. If you'd like to become a mortgage loan originator in less than 30 days, join Affinity Real Estate and Mortgage Training. They have a free webinar coming up on November 30th. So please contact Affinity Real Estate and Mortgage and get registered for the classes. This is your girl, Missy K, and we'll be right back.
I'm tired of hearing the same thing. How you doing this? Playing around. Say you need to do your own thing. Say you need to do your own thing. If you don't want me, yeah. Let me go then.
Starting out, it was so beautiful.
It was so beautiful. So beautiful, and I never felt this way now, baby.
I'll never let you take me back this way.
Tired of you telling me what to do, baby. Said I can't go on the phone late at night. Say you need to do your own thing. I'm tired of hearing the same thing.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Missy K's Loose Lips Show. And we're back with Lady D's and Kissable Nights. You got some people in the group said we nasty. We nasty?
Not tonight.
Yes, she is.
No.
No.
Okay. I just want to see. Anthony said we nasty.
Anthony, I don't even know what he's talking about. He needs an interpreter.
Who is Anthony?
I don't know what that comment meant.
Let's go, Lady D's.
Anyway, I was hoping the church people was on the set for this first question.
Church.
I want to do something a little different for a change, okay? So I went into the group.
And
there was a couple of discussions that
Is that your towel? I'm sorry, go.
Catch last week, the week before that show. It'll explain
Don't start.
YouTube.
Don't start. I'll tell you guys about that later.
That towel.
And it cleans my phone. Anyway, so the question is it wrong to make love to while gospel music is playing?
Look out! Oh, sorry. Wait a minute.
That's what I said. I need the church people on the set.
I mean, it's a holy experience. I mean,
I know you know
if
it's
it's
about
done right. I'm just saying.
God,
Praise him and all that.
At least if it's good, you be like, "Oh Lord, why not just add it to the mix?"
But my question is this:
You just be having an out of body experience.
If gospel music is playing, how do you get in the mood? I mean, what's going on? It depends
on the
It can't
song.
be the music.
You play Yolanda Adams, we might be able to get down.
OMG.
just me and you.
I cannot, but I will. I will.
Afraid of disappointing you.
Oh my God.
So
That's why you
I'm adding it to
Disclaimer.
add Yolanda to my Spotify right now. Lord Jesus.
No, I'm serious though. I mean, I don't say I can't. What is it about gospel music that would put you in that kind of mood though?
I just said if it's Yolanda.
I can't imagine. Even
depends on the
Yolanda.
song.
It's deep. It may not be the words that she's actually saying. It may be so good that you just wipe out or whatever. It's on the tunes. It could be that good.
Right.
And it's been that good.
But it's not so. But it's really not about the music.
No.
It's just so if you're just doing it and just happen. You said happen to come on.
Let's go. We ain't stopping this rotation.
That's that Life Jennings Pandora rotation.
but you with your husbands though, right?
Who? We went back to last week. Are we talking about fornication again?
I'm just asking if it's okay. So that means you with your husband.
We got to be married in order to do it to some gospel music.
You know, I do know some holy rollers that would only do it to gospel music.
Holy rollers.
They ain't swallowing, but they'll do it.
Sorry, I was a little loud, but that was funny.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
okay. I'm not touching that one.
Are you glad you?
But
don't have church folks on here?
I know a preacher though that used to. He had to read scripture. Well, repeat.
What?
I'm not lying.
Which
He had to quote scriptures while
was it?
It's just various scriptures.
He was like, peace, be still, so he don't come.
I can't.
Oh my God.
You sure you want the church people
You know what?
on this segment? I know you don't want the church people on
can't
this
be
segment.
having the
More to
PKs.
more to the point, he wanted her to repeat scriptures. He wanted her to repeat scriptures to him while they're doing it.
That's role playing. See, I can't.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little role playing, you know. I make my money role playing, so we can do this on and out. Okay?
Lord have mercy.
Jesus.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to do with you two people.
You started it.
I guess I did. Okay, is it necessary for a guy, especially, to have rhythm in order to be a good lover?
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're saying that? Well, I don't want to put that out there like that.
Put it
Let me
out
tell you
there.
something.
Put it out there.
No.
So what happened was,
I'm not trying to offend anybody.
like the
but-
love of my life, like the actual love of my life, it was like I almost dumped him because like in the beginning he had a motion like a robot, and so I was ready to dump him,
I can't.
right? And it would have been a disaster. But I talked to my best friend, and she had said, you probably need to tell him. I said, well, you know the male ego. You know, you can't really mess with their ego. And she was like, tell him. And so I told him. And it got better. All of it. And I stayed another 4 years.
Some men have
that's
too
my point.
much rhythm. And they have women thinking they in relationships when they're not really in relationships. So sometimes I don't think they should be doing as much as they do in the bedroom.
So have you never known a guy that had a lot of rhythm, dancing?
Mm-hmm. And then it was just,
No.
Yeah,
That's what I wonder when I see people. I'm like,
I'm a skater. And I'll be like, oh, dang, like, oof.
He got it going on. He be rocking.
Then it was like,
imposter.
I could have passed on this one.
Golly.
I'm good. And then my homegirls be like, oh my God, he is 4'5". He can walk. I was like, girl, don't do it.
Don't even mess with it.
Check his resume. Check his resume.
Okay, one more question on a serious note.
Okay, I gotta get serious.
NFL Carruthers. You know who that is?
No.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes. Is it Carew?
Carew.
What?
Carruthers.
The NFL player.
Okay.
Y'all know his name. The one who tried to kill the woman
Yes.
that was pregnant.
Okay, yeah, now, okay, go.
Is that his name, right?
It's Carew. I thought Carew.
That's what I'm asking.
Whatever.
Carew.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Him.
Well, close enough.
I got it now.
So let me ask you this. So do you think he has a right to try to have time with his child, to raise his child?
A right?
He has a right.
Do you
because
think
he's
he
the
should be
biological-
allowed?
I think it would be up to the kid.
He's
See, he's disabled, so he can't really.
because
And he's the reason why he's disabled.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
right.
so he's not going. He
Forgot about
really.
that part.
I don't think he really can comprehend actually what actually happened. Now, if he was of sane and it was my child, and no,
No.
Not at all, no.
I mean, to put things in perspective, I mean, after all, you tried to kill the mama and the baby because you didn't want to pay child support.
Right.
So now you think you have a right
Now you want to play daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Not at all.
I just thought that was really weird. I'm like, why?
And there's a lot of people saying that he should because he's the father. No.
He gave up that right when he tried to kill it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And left that child messed up.
True.
It's crazy.
He don't have any rights. He gave up his rights. The day he had them people fire their guns.
Right.
He gave up his rights.
I think us as a race, we're so on this. As long as you apologize and forgive, then it's okay. Some things just isn't okay. That's just my opinion.
I mean, you can forgive a person, but you don't have to lay down with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we are a forgiving people, and we should forgive people, if no more than for ourselves.
Right.
To move on.
Right.
But because I forgive you don't mean I need to just open up and just give you everything.
Exactly.
You know.
Some do it, but the person that's on the other side feels, okay, I'm forgiven, so then that's it. So everything that I've done is just wiped away. And it's like almost they get to walk away from what they've done. And we do it all the time with everything, whether it's somebody shooting your kid. Oh, I forgive you. No.
But because you forgive them, what do you mean they get to walk away from?
Like the other person, as if my thing is, I forgive you. Okay, then whatever I've done that was wrong, then I'm okay for it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. It's done. It's as if it would never even happened. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah, because you can forgive, but that don't mean you forget.
Absolutely.
Right.
But see, that's you saying that. But the other person...
The average person can't forget. You can forgive. You have to forgive for your own good.
For your own
For
good,
yourself,
I
yeah.
understand
You
that
don't...
part.
You
Trina
can't.
said, nope, hell no.
Okay.
That's
I
your
hear you.
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, I
hell
know
no.
Trina. She's so unforgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
They
feel the
should. They need
same
to
way
pull up.
about molesters. Just because you molested a child, now you don't did your time. You want to come back?
No.
Oh, can we be friends?
No. Hellno.com.
Exactly.
Man.
I don't see a big difference, to be honest.
Keep it pushing.
I don't see a big
Right.
difference. In that case, you altered my life forever.
Right.
So
Definitely.
I'm not going to give you that chance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
That's it. But then this has been Lady D's, and I want to do something different. You know, kissable nights. I know you guys get tired of me talking about those Negroes. 'Cause Lord, I know I'm tired. Oh my God, they're a piece of work. But anyway, you
I
can
like that though. That was fun.
good. You can find me on Doris Jean Drew on Facebook, and Lady D's LADDEEZ on Twitter, and what's that other thing? Instagram. You know what? Because I'm not on there like that. I'm sorry. Instagram. Whatever.
Tell me something. Are you coming back after the break?
I hadn't planned
she
to.
is.
You're not? Okay, so tell us about Moselle Sanders' Thanksgiving dinners before you go.
Okay. Next was it
Wednesday?
Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we will launch the Moselle Sanders Thanksgiving Dinner 2018. This year we're starting a little early, so we need lots of volunteers. We need a minimum of 300 volunteers in order to get out 5,000 dinners in a timely manner. So if you're free, we ask you to meet us at the Compton College on Wednesday around 3 p.m. We need people to help unload the truck, stock the kitchens, and that evening we'll need people to start cooking. So there's lots and lots to do. So if you want to give back, we do it. My family, we do it every year. Missy and I do it down here, and then my two older kids, Missy and Kevin, do it in Lancaster. So that's what we do as a family. We sacrifice in half of our day to help somebody. So if you're interested, the website is msthanksgiving.com. You can go on there and you can register and let us know when you want to, what time slot you want. But we need lots of bodies. So if you have friends who want to give back and want to join us, we have a lot of fun, and we would really love to have you join us this year. And I think we're trying to end by 3:00 on Thanksgiving, so we should be out by 3:00.
Right. And we'll put up the flyer later with the same information. So thank you, Lady D's.
Thank you.
Love you much.
I love you too, boo.
We're going to go into a break, and then we'll be back with our next guest.
Yes.
And
The beautiful people.
I'm going to introduce her when she comes.
Hey.
We'll be right back.
Something as simple as in loving you, just as easy as it is. Every time when we're all alone, feeling so insensitive. A true love that won't die. So let me tell you what it is, yeah. You're everything, everything you are to me. You're everything, everything, everything to me. You're everything, everything in every way, girl. You're everything, everything you are to me. There's just one thing that I wanna say. I'm so glad you're in my life. Being with you makes me a better man. Like being
Hello, welcome back to the Missy K Exclusive Show. I'm your host, Missy K.
Yes.
And I've been announcing a very special program that's coming up on November 17th. That's this weekend, y'all.
Yep.
It's finally here. So y'all get to hear me stop talking about it. So we have the producers of the Monologue Room here.
Nice.
Y'all give it up.
Yes.
So now we're bringing on Marina Kidd,
Yes.
who is the executive producer.
Yes.
Okay. And we're Dual Anders.
Yes, Dwell Andrews.
Andrews. See, that's what happened. I don't have stuff in front of me.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
You good.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. So you guys have this pilot. You guys are filming a pilot.
We are.
Yes, we are.
It's turned pilot. Yes.
Turned pilot.
So,
Good. All right.
so it was that from the beginning, but the whole concept of the show is for actors to perform in front of a live studio audience, of course. But in that audience, we want talent managers, talent agents, writers, producers, so that we can get the actors at least signed and continuous work.
Okay.
So that's our objective is to get them signed.
Okay. So tell us what we should see on the stage. What's going to be happening? Is it like a stage play or?
And that's the misconception. People say, oh, it's a play. It is not a play. It is basically like a showcase, pretty much. Oh, wow. But, you know, with actors, it's a performance.
Okay.
You know, like a singer.
Okay.
You know, but it's a performance. It's a...
Yeah, so like we basically the concept of the Monologue Room, as Marina was saying, it's a live showcase, a competition where we have about 8 to 10 performers come on and perform their monologues. Like kind of like how we pitched it is kind of like if you take Def Comedy Jam and American Idol and you marry the two.
Okay.
But with actors.
Okay.
Exactly.
You really don't see that for actors. And most of the time, actors are sending in their headshots and mailing in their headshots and going to audition in front of casting directors. And yet that's fine, you know, but we try to bring a different, outlet for them to get picked up.
It's a very different concept. Who came up with the concept?
This beautiful lady right here.
I like that.
About, years ago, I was telling my husband, I was like, I'm going to do this show called The Monologue Room. He was like, you know, I have a lot of ideas. I have tons of things that I want to do. And he's like, okay, okay. And then I put it off. It was a lot going on. My grandmother passed. It was just a lot going on personally.
Right.
That kind of kept me from really pushing the show. And my godbrother passed away. and I felt the nudge. Like, it was like a push because I could hear him saying, you need to do, like what we discussed. And so that was the nudge. And I told Mike, I was like, yeah, I need to find a venue and I need to cast the actors. And I told my fellow colleagues, my friends, these are like my extended siblings. Like, love them to death. We went to Cal State Dominguez together. Actually, he had graduated before I did. And Nicole, she's out there. But
hey, boo. That's my best friend, y'all.
We had some acting classes together, and I was doing my last year, and she volunteered to be one of my actors for my ending year. I had to put on a small little production, and she introduced me to Dwell. He came on as one of my actors when I directed a short, Color Struck by Zora Neale Hurston, and he came on, and we've been like tight ever since. Nice. And so cool. I told them the concept of the show, and they was like, yes.
Yes, please. Where do I sign? Here.
Let's go.
Right. That's so cool.
Okay, so we're going to get into a quick break.
Cool.
And then we're going to come back and talk more about the two of you and about the show, because I'm excited. And I know, the people out there have questions because, everybody wants to be an actor or an actress.
Yes. Yes.
We'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Millions of actors travel to Los Angeles year after year with one goal in mind.
To be discovered.
However, the road to being discovered isn't always easy.
Sometimes, all you need is a platform. A platform to help launch you to the next level.
That platform is Monologue Room LA.
The Monologue Room LA is unlike any competition show you've seen before.
It's not just about acting, it's about the power of storytelling.
But only 3 will walk away victorious, so... are you ready to take center stage?
Yes!
Good. The Monologue Room LA returns November 17th at the Broadwater Theater in Los Angeles. Be sure to get your tickets on Eventbrite today.
Now, who was the brains behind that promo? I wonder.
So we were going back and forth, and I told you, he, every time he'll write something, he's like, you like it? Mm-hmm. You like it? Do you like it? And then I think it was like the second time he was like, he read it to me. I was like, that's it right there. That's it right there. He sent me the script. I was like, that's it. So he worked hard on that.
Yeah, I'm just fortunate to be a part of this project. Of course, it's her brainchild, but the fact that it takes a village to raise a child anyway.
It really does.
So,
we're proud to be a part of this village.
Absolutely, and we're happy to have you. It's just the fact that she wanted to. It's like going half on a baby. Like,
right?
Yeah,
it's
much.
like she was like, I'm raising this baby. How can you help? Like, how can we move forward? And she got to me, and I was like, all right, is this what you want to do? I'm on board, because I'm an actor myself, and out here in these streets, it's not easy, especially being an artist of color,
Exactly.
And especially working in Hollywood, we constantly see the same faces over and over and over again.
Yes.
And it could sometimes take you years to get to where you want to go.
Right.
So being able to collaborate with this amazing team to help further along the careers of many up-and-coming artists, especially local artists, within the city. We even have people who are out of town trying to get on the show, which is amazing. But the thing is, it's for the actors.
Right.
And we're giving them a platform to perform, and we're providing them the opportunity to have that interface with industry professionals that they often wouldn't get. Right. We sometimes end up just going to the casting office and hoping that maybe whether we get it or not, but just it's about starting those business relationships that help you get to that next level. It's not always about being talented. Sometimes you have to have the savvy to walk up to someone, to a casting director and say, hey, my name is Dwell Andrews, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If you're interested, here's my card. Yeah. We're teaching them that.
Right.
To being personable. Because it's hard out in these streets.
Right. Yeah. I was saying even in the, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying even in the video, I'm like, every opportunity that you're in front of a camera, it's your moment.
Yeah.
And I was saying, you stood out so much in the end. I was like, I'm so glad that you reared that video because, you know, although, you know, everybody was good, but they kind of just said what they said. It was kind of like doing the Easter speech. You know, they just said what they say, and then they're gone. But when he came on, he gave it life. Yeah. Right. And that's what has to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do, darling. That's what I do. I bring life to what it is, you know. I'm an artiste, and I'm sensitive about
I know that's right.
But, you know, some of the actors that are on the show are actually working actors.
Yes.
You know, they get gigs. They, you know, have great gigs. We had one actor, unfortunately, had to back out because he scored a deal or a gig with Beyonce.
Oh, nice.
And so some of them are working, but they don't have agents.
Right.
You know, they do the work, the footwork, and they get their own gigs. Right. You know, and so our goal is to get them signed. The last show, Brown Girl Productions and Cal State Dominguez partnered, and 5 of those actors were signed to agencies. That's good. And so that's the whole point. Right. You know, and you, like you said, building the business relationships, you know. You may not see this actor. You know, the agent may not see this actor. They send in their, I hear that they send in their resume and headshots and some of them to get tossed. Right. You know, and so who wants to continue to print out headshots and you know, they get tossed. Right. You know, but that's just the nature of the game. Okay. You know,
so how do the people watching, how do they become a part of the next production? Because I know you guys are pretty much done with this one.
We're done with this one. Right. They can actually send in their resume and their headshot to Brown Girl Productions 79@gmail.com. And that's Brown Girl Productions with an S 79@gmail.com.
Is there an age limit? Do you just take anyone?
Well, we really haven't put an age limit on it because, as you can see, there's a lot of seasoned actors now that are coming out of the woodworks, you know, and so we don't put an age on it. But as far as children, yes, so 18 and up. 18 and up, okay? Okay. Right. So as far as the children, that's a whole separate.
See, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to branch out. You're gonna start a whole little brown girl division.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
It's already in the works.
Little monologue room, right?
Baby monologue room juniors. You know. Stuff like that.
That's also in the works.
You know.
Yeah.
That's cool. Great. Okay. That's right. So tell us, where's the show going to be? How do we get tickets?
Okay, so the show is going to be at the Broadwater Theater, and that's in Santa Monica, and that's 6322 Santa Monica Boulevard in the city of Los Angeles area, Hollywood. And you can go to Eventbrite and purchase your tickets. I think we only have a few left. Yeah. And when you go to Eventbrite, just type in the monologue room.
I can tell you how many I saw in it. It's not very many.
So get your tickets today. All right?
Thank you. So if you want to go, y'all need to get up in there now.
Thank you. I really appreciate the support. You know, it's good to see, you know, people that I've been knowing for a long time that come and support, because this is new. It's scary. Yeah, but I was told to stop being scared.
Yes.
And to just keep going.
Absolutely.
You definitely got to keep going.
Yeah, we had that conversation too.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
But yes, absolutely. So did you have any more questions,
That was it.
Okay. Did you guys want us to know anything else about yourselves? Because you're an actor. So what do you have coming up other than this?
I have a few things coming up. I just finished shooting the second season of a web series called Wade's World, the series.
Okay.
Actually, one of our producers in the studio, Brittany Nicholas. It's a series that's on 2K Live TV and also on YouTube. Shout out to our creator and star, Mr. Tegan Rose, and our amazing cast.
And Tegan is actually one of our resident judges.
Yes, he's amazing.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in the middle. I just finished doing an indie film called Kilowatt Chronicles, which will be out in a few months. So I'm just wrapping up that. And then right now, me and my business partner is working on a couple upcoming projects, including a pilot for another series. So yeah, the work is just coming in, but I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
You know what? I do have a question because Netflix is starting to do competitions on there now. Have you ever thought about doing Netflix?
It's an option. It's on the table. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it.
Because they're going in a crazy direction. Netflix
They are
is doing it. And
I heard that they're doing a show.
Facebook too.
Yep.
Oh, Facebook, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Facebook is actually doing actual shows and stuff now.
Yep.
Sorry, POTUS.
I had no clue. That's my first time hearing that. But I heard that they're doing a rap.
It's a hip hop R&B.
Like a hip hop R&B with Cardi B and
yes.
Chance the Rapper and T.I.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
one of
T.I.,
them. Yes.
Right.
So,
but this is something different.
Yeah.
So I think that you guys have a really good shot of.
Thank you.
A lot of these different networks.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Bounce.
I appreciate that.
Seriously.
You need to
seriously.
put it out there like immediately because like once you put it out there, then everybody's like, oh, we can do that too.
Yeah,
we can do that
and that's the thing. We were just like, I don't want anybody to steal my idea. Like, look at my papers. Like, this is years ago when I wrote this. You know, this is mine. This is my baby, and I don't want anybody in the higher ranks to
I know that feeling.
steal that. Steal my idea.
Definitely.
Oh, that won't happen. Don't worry. It won't happen. We got it.
Talk to people
But you do have to be careful who you share your dreams.
Non-disclaimer.
Yes.
Find yourself in court. Why don't you?
Right.
But absolutely. So, tell the people where to find you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Marina Monet, and that's MarinaMonee. Also, Marina Mathis Kid on Facebook, and also Twitter. We're on there as Brown Girl Productions, and that's Brown Prod, PROD 1 on Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Duell Andrews, spelled Dueal, last name Andrews. And also you can check out our Monologue Room LA page on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to like, comment, and share that today. Thank you. Yes, we have a show on the 17th. Yes, DM us. We will be casting for our next show.
Yes, we are casting already.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we cast right away to get it out the way.
That's great.
So if you're serious.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to being there Saturday.
Are you coming?
Yes.
I am definitely coming.
Thank you.
I do actually. I was asked to do a whole nother to host the red carpet, but I was like, I already have plans.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I got some other people I'll send to you.
Right.
But yeah, so like I said, I'm very happy to be, a part of you guys and, just being able to do, whatever we can, to help you guys make your dreams come true and get the word out to the people.
Thank you.
So, what did we need to talk about? We need to talk about, we already talked about that. We already talked about, you know what? Next Wednesday, we will not be here because of Thanksgiving. Yes, we won't be here. I don't know what POTUS have in mind during that time, but she said we're going to be with family.
Right.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
That's right.
So we have some really good, great guests coming up soon. I think we have... Michael Gitmore is coming up, and who was the other one that you had? That look right there. I'll tell you about. Do I just put people on the spot?
Yes, and I'm thinking like, what is it? Oh my God!
I don't remember. But Melanie Camacho is coming on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes. So we're gonna create opportunities. Follow us, on
Missy K. Loose Lip Show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Yes. And our group, like I always say, we get down and dirty and nasty.
All right now.
Let's go.
Dirty nasty.
The collar.
Dirty nasty.
Somebody put on the AC. Somebody put on the AC up in here.
Right,
a little warm. Video. We got a video of Jill Scott in there if you want to look.
Next thing, Lala got t-shirts. Lala got oils. Yes. She's like, I'm Black Storm everywhere. Next thing y'all know, she's going to have a 976 number 2.
Hey.
Call me.
I need models.
Where I get down and dirty.
I need some models. I'm so sick. No.
Anyway,
say that.
Thank you, Lady D's. Haley B, we miss you. Kevin Nelson, our executive producer. MVIN, MIA, bro, where you at?
I know. He don't love us no more.
Okay. OG Poetish, y'all can find her on IG. This is her studio, Morris Media Studios. She's always looking for new shows, great ideas. So make sure you guys check her out here. Follow us. Like our YouTube page. Yes. If you guys miss us, especially next week, binge watch because it's crazy. Find the pickle episode. You're going to love it.
The pickle episode? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
The pickle.
The pickle.
I had my own Jill Scott moment up in here.
All right.
It was so nice.
Jill Scott did enough.
It was so nice.
I don't know about that. Because I don't recall her choking. Anyway, thank you guys for following us and watching us. We appreciate you guys. I saw everybody in there. Joe Collins, everybody. I love you guys. Thank you. We up out of here. 2 fingers in a biscuit.
Missy K Show.